Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Live at the Waterhole, everyone. My name is Amy, and I will be with you for the show today. We are starting off with such a beautiful giraffe here in Kenya, busy doing some ruminating. You can see how its jaw is moving round and round. And I am very excited to see what pops out today. We have had some lovely relaxed time over the last few waterholes that have been here with you, and I'm hoping that today is no different. Now remember everyone that you can chat to me, and please do so by sending through your comments and questions, and there are quite a few different ways that you can do that, whether it's on the Wild Earth website or the app. You can also chat to us in the YouTube chat stream if you'd like to, or you can join the conversation on X using the hashtag WildEarth. If you would like to use your mobile phone to contact us more easily, we also now have a WhatsApp number which you can add as a contact and then send through those comments and questions easily from your mobile device. So please do let me know who you are, where you're watching from, maybe what snacks you have for today's show. And we'll be spending the next 2 hours relaxing and enjoying the beautiful scenes that we get to see all across Africa. Elliot's good to be here. It's wonderful to host the show for you all, and there's always something to talk about or just to be quiet and enjoy. We had such beautiful elephants at the waterholes yesterday. I really enjoyed that. We haven't seen too many giraffes. Sometimes here we can have about 10 to 15 individuals at times. You never know when that may happen. But hasn't this male got such interesting markings on him? They almost look like Y's and V's all over his body, or different letters. Lorraine, you and I are thinking the same. He does have beautiful markings. They are quite unique. I'm hoping that he's heading this way for a drink. Fuzzy Dunlop, hello to you. You say happy thirsty Thursday. I hope the animals are thirsty today. It looks quite overcast here, maybe a bit of rain around up in East Africa, or at least around Kenya and Oldonyo. So I don't know how busy the waterholes will be, but at least this giraffe is around for us this afternoon. J Loco, you say you're enjoying your watermelon while you watch. I love watermelon. I don't know if I would be enjoying watermelon today. It's a little bit chilly here in the Waterberg, quite a lot of rain around, but it is a fantastic fruit and always reminds me of summer holidays over December in South Africa. wonder what this giraffe is just contemplating here. They are known to be very cautious around waterholes, but it seems like it might be listening or aware of something. You can see it's not chewing anymore, so it's got another purpose in mind. Mindy, you say that cheetah used to be your favorite African animal, but over the years giraffes have really grown on you. Giraffes are incredibly special, and Africa just wouldn't be complete without them. Well, while we wait to see if this giraffe does come and drink, let's... I was just going to see if he is actually going to come closer. But it looks like he's still thinking about it. I think let's hang around and just see. I think he is going to get to the water sooner rather than later. It's always satisfying when you do wait something out and then the animal ends up doing what you're hoping it will.
My name is Amy, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently.
Join the Wild Earth YouTube superfan community and unlock a world of additional perks. Get exclusive early access or discounts to Wild Earth travel deals. Wear the best bush attire with merchandising discounts. Enjoy an interactive live monthly private safari. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience. Join the YouTube superfan community today.
Welcome to Safari Spotlight. We'll be
And you pretend like you're a salesman, eh?
Got no idea what's going on this reserve.
Expecting the unexpected.
Are we stuck down there?
What am I trying to do?
So we have another giant of Mabula.
That was incredible.
This is unbelievable.
It's going to be a spectacular afternoon.
Wild Earth Travel would like to take you to Namibia and Botswana. Drift over the desert in a hot air balloon, then glide through the lush Okavango Delta in a dugout canoe. This extraordinary journey blends dramatic landscapes with outdoor adventures and unparalleled wildlife encounters. Discover Africa like never before. Book now with Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
It does seem like it might have heard something. I see another giraffe moving in the background there. There's something either close to the waterhole or maybe somewhere around just to the left of where the camera is that it's a bit suspicious of, I would say. It looks like the oxpeckers aren't waiting for this giraffe to get to the water. I think that's an oxpecker that's come down for a bit of a drink at the water there. Oh, it's just flown back. Well, it looks like this giraffe can't make up its mind at the moment, and it's actually moved a little bit further away. But if it does eventually get to the water, I'm sure we'll come back to see it. But for now, let's head over to Tau with some ostriches. Look at this, we have a male and female ostrich here. Male on the right with the darker coloration and the female on the left more grey in colour. And it's not every day that we get to see ostriches, and Tau is one of those places that we do tend to see quite a few of them. Astrid, hello. You say ostriches are actually your favorite animal. Well, there we go, Astrid. You can enjoy them today. Lucy, yes. So parental roles are performed by both the male and female. And interestingly, it's the male who will do more sort of distraction displays when trying to distract a potential predator or threat to the youngsters. I'm fascinated by watching this male ostrich feeding and then seeing its neck bulge out whenever it's swallowing something. Can see it going down his neck at the moment. I think it looks like he picks away mostly plant material there and sort of creates a whole sort of bunch to swallow at the same time, and then you can see it going down his neck in like a mass into the stomach. Really interesting to watch. Oh, Hudson, you want to know what preys on an ostrich? So, predators like lions, for example. Ostriches, I believe, are quite an easy thing for them to be able to hunt. I suppose also leopard could be capable of taking them out. Size dependent, but it's reasonable to assume something like that. And then if we look at ostriches that are juveniles, from the smallest chicks all the way till really before they adult size, you can look at things like jackals, maybe brown hyena, well spotted as well, depending on what region you're in. Snakes could probably eat chicks as well, birds of prey, other birds of prey as well. So that's all potential predators, from baby ostriches all the way to adults. It sounds like some elephants have arrived at Naledi, so let's head over there. Well, everyone's seeming quite relaxed here this afternoon. I'm sure we'll get some splashing soon. Well, we interrupt these elephants drinking to bring you the finally arriving giraffes here at Old Donyo. Clearly, maybe he was nervous. He wanted some friends before he committed.
Join me, Andrew Wistenholm, for an indescribable 6-night stay in the beautiful Albany of the Eastern Cape at Amakhala Game Reserve. Now, this trip is going to be action-packed with a lot of storytelling, adventure, as well as the opportunity to make everlasting memories. We'll be exploring the best of Amakhala by staying at 2 luxury lodges, which will be the perfect blend of comfort as well as wilderness. Book your spot today and let's get ready to explore the wild beauty of Amakhala.
South Africa's wild places are closer than you think because Federal Airlines brings them to you. From the calm of our FedAir lounge to the smooth boarding of our trusted fleet, we take care of the journey so you can enjoy the adventure. Our flights go beyond the ordinary, connecting you to South Africa's most remote and extraordinary locations. Federal Airlines, your gateway to the South African wild.
My full name is Mpho Tikani. I grew up in Soweto. My first animal that I filmed said to dog. Okay, no, it's my first animal that I filmed, I think it was an impala. Best sighting ever, I would say it was actually this year, 2024. But it was at this Cedric when we had Mulwati and TP on a warthog kill. I think we have to cut it.
Can you hear that? The wild is calling.
Oh, are those some starlings? We haven't had the starlings here. Well, I haven't seen them during a show in a long time. I'm not sure if they are the superb or the greater blue-eared. But how awesome to see them here. Oh, I think they are the superb starlings. I know Tadi was in the office today, part of the final control team for the show, and they are her favorite birdie. Just look how beautiful they are. Please come back. Of course, we finally get to look at them close up and they fly away. I'm sure they'll come back, fingers crossed. Nevertheless, we get to look at the beautiful legs of this giraffe. It's almost like the giraffe is wearing those high heel shoes that were made famous a few years ago without the heels missing. That looks like how their sort of ankle joint works. You could see there that male's just giving that female a bit of a sniff around her rear end, and that all has to do with the pheromones, chemical signals that he's trying to pick up on to figure if she's anywhere near estrus or coming into season to be able to mate with. Bilbo, you would like to know what the gestation period of giraffes is? So that's around 15 months. Just less than a year and a half, a year and a quarter. Well, when we started the show, I was talking about how sometimes we get lots of giraffes coming to drink here, and it's so nice to see a few are arriving today. The sun's coming out. It really is such a beautiful scene. Mindy, yes, hoofed animals can definitely get hoof issues. I think it's known as sort of hoof rot. That can occur, but wild animals do have the advantage, like you say, to constantly have that hoof worn down. With it being keratin, much like our nails, it will continue to grow, but because of the wear and tear that they go under due to living out in the wild and constantly needing to move and walk and different terrains and surfaces and wear and tear from the elements, they don't have to have them trimmed or anything like that, compared to animals that are domesticated or even in captivity, perhaps, that may need hoof maintenance done. Penelope, you're right. These colors are just stunning. You can also see a looks to be an African pied wagtail just moving around right in the foreground. Black and white bird. Taxi lady, you'd like to know how fast they can run. So at max sprint speed for a giraffe is 65 kilometers per hour. I think that's 35 miles an hour. That is incredibly quick. When a giraffe runs, they do look a little bit, how do I say it, a bit clumsy, or a bit like they're moving in slow motion, even though they're moving very quickly. But you must know their sort of gait, the distance that those legs move in one sort of stride is huge. So they can really cover a lot of distance very quickly. But their average speed is a lot less than that. They're definitely not always at full sprint. Oh, there's a tortoise coming to drink. Hi, little guy. Looks like a leopard tortoise. Very rounded shell. We do see them every now and again popping out here at Oldonyo, coming for a drink. Julie, it really is incredible. I'm just watching intently here. Look how it's reaching down its little head and neck. It doesn't matter how young a tortoise is, it just looks like it's sort of ancient, doesn't it? It's sort of got a beak as part of its mouth to eat with, So it's almost got that sort of no teeth look to it and a very sort of wrinkly skin around the neck. I find them adorable.
Join Wild Earth Travel on a unique nature adventure in the Greater Kruger Park. Legendary master tracker Renius Mhlongo leads a 4-day animal tracking experience in the Sabi Sand Nature Reserve. This experience offers a life-changing chance to track Africa's iconic animals on foot with a master of his craft. Renius is joined by Wild Earth presenter and expert storyteller Amy Krantz, and together they will connect you to Africa's wild heart. The Wild Earth Impact Foundation is a non-profit that uses the power of wildlife storytelling as a force for good. We create sustainable development projects that showcase conservation stories, empower people, and inspire environmental action. As a registered South African PBO, you can make a tax-deductible donation to the Wild Earth Impact Foundation. To find out more, visit our website.
We are here with a male leopard.
I feel like it also made the effort to get all the way to this waterhole. It's not leaving without having a proper good drink of water. Alright, now it's going to start to move out the other side. Quite good climber, I must say. Well, wasn't this just a special sighting? Oh my goodness. I wonder where it's going to go. If it wants a different spot to drink from, or if it's going to leave completely. Maybe head towards us. That would be nice. wonder if it is thinking that certain spots will have different water flavors or different, maybe a better water option than where it was drinking. But like I said, it's I suppose quite the effort to get to the waterhole for something as small as a tortoise, considering the speed at which they move as well. So, you know, really got to make sure they make the trip worth it. Callum, you want to know what would prey on something like this tortoise in Kenya? Look, it does depend, of course, on the size of the tortoise limits, you know, what would be able to actually have the strength to break open the shell, or maybe even try at least get to the softer parts that they can reach without opening up the shell. But something, when it's very small, still a younger tortoise, anything from birds of prey, which is probably one of the most common, to larger predators or even smaller predators. Something that's a tortoise of this size, though, perhaps a hyena would be able to, you know, the strength of their jaw to actually open up that shell. You're looking at even things like ground hornbills. They would be strong enough, not necessarily as big as this one, but they also, you know, with a beak like that, they can sort of go into where the head or the tail is, or even the legs, to be able to get the flesh that they're looking for of the tortoise. So there's a few options, birds of prey being one of them, and other smaller predators perhaps, but the shell is a big deterrent for them, and a protective thing that is not easy to actually crack open. Even for larger predators, it's not something we see very commonly. Younger lions and things like that may sort of practice or pretend, or even play hunting, testing out their skills on things like small tortoises as well. Yeah, Helga, you're right. The stones, I think it's the, I don't know if it's the natural sort of rock that has been exposed due to the waterhole, or if this pan was built with rocks that were sort of cemented into this area in order to hold the water. But East Africa, it does house a lot of volcanoes, including that of Mount Kilimanjaro, and so there would be volcanic rock around. Absolutely. And I think this is potentially exactly what we're looking at here, where the lava would have bubbled and then cooled and have these air pockets inside, which is the molten or the hard rock now that we can see in the area. Mindy, I'm not sure if every single tortoise of all tortoise species in the world has that water pouch known as a bursa, but I do know that the leopard tortoise does have it, and the species, as far as I know, the species of tortoises that we have in South Africa, or even into East Africa, have it. I haven't specifically heard of a tortoise without it, but I will have to check that for you to make sure. But it is a very useful thing that they have, specifically during the drier times of year, because they are limited in terms of how quickly they can get to water supply and things like that. So to have that extra pouch with them aids in their survival. And here is our Kenyan rock agama friend, the female that is loving this spot on this pile of elephant dung. It seems to be one of her favorite places to sit. She seems to enjoy the sun there from this particular place. Amazing to actually have this agama and the tortoise there moving in the background. How cool is this? Clearly it's reptile day today. I really feel like this tortoise is just testing every single possible drinking spot around this waterhole.
Seven nights on safari during the magnificent green season. The rains have stopped, the land is emerald, and there are wild babies everywhere. Meet your favorite presenters.
This is amazing.
And create unforgettable memories on this once-in-a-lifetime adventure.
Thank you for coming along on this little adventure.
The Green Season Grand Tour, only with Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive. April 13 marks the beginning of something powerful. Wild Earth is launching a special fundraising drive for our non-profit, the Wild Earth Impact Foundation. We're raising funds to source, create, and showcase thousands of untold stories. Stories that spark real action in conservation and social impact. Join our live fireside chat to learn more and explore how you can become a founding donor.
My full name is Emojis. Best part of my job is coming to see nature. Worst part of my job is logging. That's the worst thing ever, because you have to log amount of footage. You sit in front of that computer and yeah, you think of deleting the footage, but no, they need the footage. If I went to Camel, probably a soccer player. I know some people don't believe me, but I'm very good, and I'm very fast.
Well, what a treat that was. Wow, and how beautiful are these clouds here. I don't know if they've just changed or I'm just noticing them now, but they really are very pretty. So beautiful. What a treat. Quite a few sightings all at once happening here at Old Donya. We are going to head to Tembe now with some elephants. Seems like this really is the favorite spot on the reserve for elephant bulls to come and have a bit of a splash about. These two are looking quite relaxed, probably been here for a while already. I love to see when they hang their trunk like that on their tusk. To me, it always makes me feel like they are really relaxed. Sometimes, however, though, if you find an elephant bull in must or, along those lines, sometimes they can sort of do that. I don't know if it directly links to any signs of aggression, but it's one of the things that you look out for, along with a whole bunch of other things. So at this moment, that is really just this elephant wanting to take the weight off of carrying around that trunk on the front of its face, and rather using his very strong tusks to do that for him. Penelope, yes, it does seem like he knows he's on camera, giving us a few poses. Now with the leg on the tippy toes. Very much got his best poses out for us today. Oh, it looks like he's found a little spot there to dig up some fresh mud for himself. Ooh, eagle lover. That's a great question. Thank you for asking it. I think it can be challenging to guide in different locations, depending on how much as an individual guide you embrace that location. Research beforehand to make sure that you are familiar in at least generally with the area, the types of animals that you get there, that sort of thing. So if you just sort of go in and fingers crossed hope for the best, it can be very challenging because you don't know really what you're dealing with. But preparation is key, I find personally. But also, depending on how much you sort of, I suppose the way one guides can also determine how difficult, in inverted commas, it can be. I find that if you are like myself, I really enjoy talking about what we're looking at, animal behavior, focusing on that sort of thing, telling the story of this animal that we're looking at here. That is actually quite easy to do anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. An elephant here at Tembe and an elephant in East Africa is still an African elephant, and they still have the same social structure and behaviors and stories to tell. Just like a giraffe or lions or leopard or anything else, the basis in terms of what we learn about these animals are the same. They're just in a different place. Of course, when it comes to localized knowledge in terms of prides and individuals and that sort of thing, that is of course only going to come with time spent in that area. But in that, it's about embracing the local guides and chatting to them, getting to know, and also asking for that information and being willing to learn as well, and open to being told all about the individuals along the way, which is a wonderful thing. And so personally, there are challenges that come with it, just about even familiarity with an area in terms of direction. That could take a little bit of time, and it can be challenging on occasion. But especially if, for example, I'm private guiding a group or a family or something like that, having the local guide to drive and make sure that you get to where you need to get to is a fantastic combination, and it works very well. Well, this is a very handsome boy doing his posing for us here. I don't think one can ever tire of watching elephants. And he's deciding sort of, oh, I thought he was going to sit down for a second. And bulls this size do. They absolutely do sit down sometimes, roll around in the mud or even in water. It's a tough feat for them, to balance out all that weight, but they do it. The other one's gone down for a drink. I wonder if this boy's going to join him. Oh, wow! There's a whole bunch of them now.
Join Wild Earth Travel on a unique nature adventure in the Greater Kruger Park. Legendary master tracker Renius Mhlongo leads a 4-day animal tracking experience in the Sabi Sand Nature Reserve. This experience offers a life-changing chance to track Africa's iconic animals on foot with a master of his craft. Renius is joined by Wild Earth presenter and expert storyteller Amy Krantz, and together they will connect you to Africa's wild heart. Step into the heart of Africa from the comfort of your home.
Female leopard tracks over here.
Join our expert guides for a live 3-hour safari where every moment is real, unscripted, and unforgettable. Ask questions.
Animals rely on their senses.
Share your thoughts and be part of the experience as we explore together. Safari Live.
Wow, well, we don't always get to see too many herds coming down here to drink at Tembe, and it's beautiful to hear the sounds of them all. They just sort of arrived and were with such gusto heading for the water, as often elephant herds do. What a wonderful sight to see. We are going to head down to the Eastern Cape and see what's happening at Founders. Apologies for that, everyone. We just lost the feed there at Tembe. But we are going to head over to some vervet monkeys at Lentor. Well, these little guys always provide such entertainment. Between the monkeys and baboons, we are always entertained here at Lentor. I can hear some African mourning doves. That sort of sound. I do apologize for losing the feed there, everyone. We will be back up and running shortly, I'm sure. But for now, we are here in Madikwe Game Reserve at Jamala. And for those of you who have been watching the show for a while, this is a spot where we used to have an endless amount of elephants that seem to come and visit here constantly. It's quite incredible to see it so quiet these days. Deb, you are asking if it's difficult to travel so much. Deb, you know what? I don't really think about it anymore even. It's just sort of part of life. I love traveling and visiting new places and things like that. I think I make sure to manage my schedule very purposefully in making sure that I have enough time at home and that it's balanced out together with my husband's schedule, so that we have off time together, which is important because he's also very busy with his work. So at times like this, during his courses and things like that, it's really it's not so bad to be away, let me put it that way. Whereas when we have, or he has leave, or we try and arrange to make sure that that time at least we're off together. So the traveling part of things, it's definitely part of the job and the work that we do, and I enjoy it, and we've been able to find a good and healthy balance, I think, which is always important. Elliot is a lovely landscape, I think. I did see a Egyptian goose here at some point. Alright, well, we are going to try again, everyone. Let's head back up to the monkeys at Lentor. Definitely sounds like there are some starlings around as well. I can't believe the monkeys left.
Zitatamana wena, moya wa mina, ukomba wena, takuranza loko tamana wena.
It's been a great morning out and about and exploring.
It's amazing. It's very hard to explain what this feels like.
My name is Takudzwa Panda Msesani. My scariest moment is when it happened twice. The other time I was with Cedric and the other time I was with Steve. And all those times, it was a black mamba. My favorite meal in camp is gonna be burger and chips.
Safari, wine, and waterfalls. The ultimate African adventure. Sip South Africa's finest wines. Experience a world-class safari among Africa's iconic wildlife. And stand in front of Victoria Falls, one of the natural wonders of the world. All this can be yours with Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
Well, it's quite nice to actually see these dussies moving around a little bit more. Oftentimes they are just sleeping or maybe feeding, perhaps babies suckling, but at the moment they've got a little bit of energy, which is nice. This little one on the rock here. Oh, that is very cute. They've got such nice faces, don't they? Especially the little ones. Like you just want to give them a bit of a cuddle. And it looks like it's on almost like a little cushion, that stone there. Oh, this one's doing a bit of cleaning. And a scratch. Ellie, you say dussies remind you a little bit of marmots. I see them mostly sleeping. I must say, I don't know what a marmot is. I'm going to have to look that up, Ellie. Dark Main Lover, you say you love dussies. They are too cute. They are really adorable, aren't they? There's our little penguin nest. And a pair of African penguins, for those of you who may not know, are nesting in this little cavity here within view of our camera, which is amazing news. So I believe it's about 38 days that they'll incubate the egg or eggs for. Male and female will take turns. So we're looking at about a month's time now where we might have some baby penguins around. Well, continuing with our reptile theme, I believe there's a monitor lizard that's in view at Jabulani, so let's head over there. Oh, look at that, a beautiful water monitor lizard here sunning itself on this dead tree. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me, but it looks like its skin may be peeling. Of course, reptiles shed to grow, unless it's a moth or something that's sitting on there, but I don't think so. I think it is actually shedding at the moment, which is interesting to see. It's a little bit windy there at Jabulani, so it's catching those loose bits of skin. I believe some warthogs have arrived at Old Donyo. Well, we don't always get to spend a ton of time with warthogs here, so it's nice to be able to see them when they do arrive. And it's always fun to watch a family of them enjoying some muddy spots. Oh wow, they just keep appearing. Oh, there's some pandas running around. Looks like some boys just doing their testosterone filled thing. Could hear some slight ratting in the background.
Become a Wild Earth YouTube member today and unlock extras and bonuses, like ad-free streams so you can stay immersed in your safari without any interruption. Have your burning questions answered first by me or other expert naturalists. Join now to avoid missing out on these amazing benefits. Help us connect people to nature.
perhaps we'll get some of these boys coming for a drink. That will be lovely. And you can tell that there are younger and older ones here based on the size of the horns. But once impalas are fully mature and those horns sort of reach their maximum size, which is 7 years plus or so, they only live for between 10 to 12 years. It becomes difficult other than other aging signs of the body. You can see these two are starting to have a bit of a go at each other, but the one on the left has much larger horns than the one on the right. I do think that some of them may be walking closer towards the waterhole. Looks like everyone's got a sparring partner this afternoon. Impalas are just beautiful, aren't they? Often overlooked because they are so common, but they really are pretty, I think, and they can make for some beautiful photographs, especially in the afternoon golden sunlight.
For years, we've shared virtual wildlife. Now, let's experience it for real. I'm Lauren Arthur, and I'd love to show you my amazing home here in the Greater Kruger of South Africa. This 5-night journey is an exclusive connection to my piece of untamed Africa. I live here in these gorgeous landscapes surrounded by epic wildlife. The wild is calling, so come and join me.
Become a Wild Earth YouTube member and unlock exclusive bonuses and benefits. Enjoy uninterrupted, ad-free streams so you can stay immersed in nature. Have your burning questions answered first by me or other expert naturalists. Enjoy exclusive access to special broadcasts and videos, and help us to connect people to nature.
My name is Takudzwa Panda Msesani. I really want to film an artwork, and it has been my goal. I'll be just keeping my eyes open. The worst driver is James. He's driving, yeah. You gotta be holding on back in there, yeah? Like in bumps, and I mean, it happens when, these things happens when you're actually going for animals usually. But then, yeah, he's driving, yeah, you gotta put your seatbelt.
Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Wild Earth Travel's newsletter is your passport to a magical journey. Explore exclusive travel options featuring special offers at stunning Wild Earth locations and all hosted by your favorite presenters. Don't miss out. Head over to our website and subscribe to the Wild Earth Travel newsletter today and stay in the know on all our unforgettable adventures. Wild Earth Travel, where Africa comes alive.
Wow, you can really hear those impalas rutting now, making that typical noise that we know to hear at this time of year in southern Africa. And it's just interesting that the impalas in East Africa are also making that noise now too. And there's a red-billed oxpecker that I think has come down either for a drink or a bit of a water bath. Well, we've had such an interesting show today with quite a bit of variety. Everything from quite a few reptiles. The tortoise sighting was probably my highlight for today, I must say. Lots of giraffes popped out here at Aldonio too. A few elephants. And these impalas have also been very entertaining, hanging out with us for the last bit of the show. Penelope, it's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed the show with us today. And yes, Sunset Drive will be live this afternoon in about an hour's time, almost exactly. So do make sure that you stay tuned right here to Wild Earth. Of course, the Waterhole show will be back with you again tomorrow, and I'll be here for that. And I'm excited to see what else comes down to the Waterhole. You never know, really. I wouldn't have predicted what we had seen today. That's for sure. Looks like an impala is finally going to come for a drink. I was wondering when they might do that. Oh, or not. Hasn't quite committed just yet. But to everyone who sent through comments and questions and chatted with us here today, thank you so much. As always, we appreciate it, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye for now.